I have a question for you guys.
What's up?
Okay, I guess along the same kind of lines, but what if you're invited to go on this group trip, since we all like taking vacations, right?
Okay.
You already told your significant other about it, and you guys are excited. You may or may not have put down payments, right? But then, you know, you get into this group chat, or you find out all the other people that are coming. And it just so happened that somebody you used to mess around with or date is also coming. Do you still go on the trips? Do you tell your girl, like, or your boyfriend or whatever, like, or do you just go and be like, all right, let's just see how this plays out, or do you just cancel altogether?
All right, I'll start that off. I would have the conversation with okay, if I'm invited, like I'm coming from the outside into the group, and she's like, yo, these are the people going. I'm like, yo, I used to mess with Shorty. Then I'll have that conversation with her with like, you know, that was past, blah, 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 blah. Now, if it's the other way where I'm inviting Shorty into a group and then my man's, not even my man's, it's just another dude that I don't even know that's bringing a Shorty, and I'm just like, oh, I used to mess with her. I would tell my Shorty at the end of the day. Now, would I tell dude, because I don't know him? Because, you know, a lot of group trips, you don't know maybe half of them, you know what I'm saying? So if I don't know him, I'm probably not going to tell him. I'm just going to keep it real subtle, and I'll tell my Shorty just to kind of ease it. And I'm still going to go.
But Devon,
I'm still going to go.
But that's not your place to tell old boy. You know what I mean? Because you don't know him.
Exactly. I wouldn't tell him. That's what I said. I wouldn't tell him. I don't know him.
Look,
but if it was my homie,
for nobody. Fuck that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
So you would still go regardless of like how long it's been that, like, say you recently was talking to this girl, or you would risk, like, what if the girl, I don't know, what if she just like was being messy on the trip?
Unless you really did some like fucked up shit to this girl, like what are you really risking? You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a little bit more into into what your scenario you're trying to give. But me, if I know I have nothing to worry about, then I'm good. Even if I have something to worry about, if it's a trip that's already been paid for, I'm gonna talk to my shorty about, like, look, this happened, that happened, she gonna be there, what you wanna do? You know what I mean? Like, but you gotta put it all on the table. You know what I mean? But I'm not letting nobody fuck my trips up. I'm going still. I'll be out that bitch.
That's a fact.
Hopefully they're not being petty.
Well, I'm petty, so I'm gonna do petty stuff. I don't know.
Outside of trips, I've been accused of being too honest. So like I have, and I'm sure like a lot of you guys have male friends that you've probably messed with in the past, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I feel like in one of the relationships that I was in, I had just got out of, like, you know, a space where one of my very close friends and I have been intimate. So me being open, honest Shelly, I was like, yeah, you know, him and I, we dated. He's gonna be at my birthday party. But that was like 2 months ago. But because it was so close in time to the birthday event, he came, and my ex was very respectful, but he was very uncomfortable. And he saw the closeness between us and questioned our friendship throughout the entire relationship. So my friend was just like, yo, at the end of the day, this is why you keep stuff like this to yourself, because, you know, guys hold that against you. And I'm just like, I feel like if you're going away on a trip is a completely different thing. That's like you alone, you're tempted, the significant other's not there. But if you have a friendship and you guys are not really like crossing any boundaries, but we messed around maybe a long time ago, it didn't work out. I just feel like, you know what I mean? It depends on the situation. But
hold on.
Don't ask, don't tell.
That right there. Hold on. Ebony, give me your feedback from the whole scenario, what Nelly was saying about, real quick.
I get like not wanting to like miss out on a trip. I'm all about experiences. I definitely think you need to have that conversation with your significant other. Again, women, we are strong and we can handle a lot, but we will feel some type of way. And no matter how much you're gonna, or how much you may trust your significant other, temptation is real. Like, for you to be out somewhere in some other country, was probably nice and hot, barely any clothes with drinks flowing, like, and you mess with a person that's like, too many things will go through our minds, and we're not feeling it.
So let me ask you this: Do women size other women up, knowing that there's an ex in the building? Like, and like I said, there's no clothes, a lot of drinks. Do y'all size each other up?
Size. I'm not trying to figure out her breast size. Like,
No,
I think she looked like this.
Like, yeah, like, I'm the new chick. Like, what up?
I ain't got time for that. No, because I know who I am. Ain't nobody is me. Like,
Yo,
Yeah.
I respect your confidence. I respect your confidence. I think most women, not say most, but some women will, have that extra look, like what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Just because it's now more of a petty, but not so petty competition, but not really. It's more of a mental thing, and it's only read between you and that girl, because the only tension, the common denominator is that guy that y'all both been with. So there's secret communication without communicating. So I seen it. I witnessed it because I observe shit. And men, we do the same thing sometimes. You know what I'm saying? But we do it more of a like, you know what I'm saying? We do it more of like a gratitude handshake, or just of like, of how posture we are. But like, you know what I mean? Like, it's all about your tone of what's up, fam. Like, yo, what's good? So like, well, that's you. How you doing, fam? You know what I mean? So that's the invitation for a guy. I was like, yeah, nigga, like, get ready. You know what I'm saying? So for women, like, how do you guys communicate, but not really trying to communicate? And I know some girls, alcohol, emotions get in situations, you overthink shit. And if you heard stories from that particular past, that do you allow that to over like step of what you're trying to build? Do you like I said, it's a moment. Everybody get into their feelings is a moment. And like I said, certain times when you go on, and if I don't like fucking group trips, if I do a group trip, I'm doing it with people that I know, and I know there's no conflict. If you do a random ass trip with random ass people, it's random shit that's bound to happen because it's a coincidence. That's just my opinion. But how do you ladies handle that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I'm sure you all been in some type of situation or know someone that it kind of crushed someone's emotions. Like, how can you like overcome that? Or do you decide to like part ways with that guy when that trip is over because you're not liking how the guy's handling it, and he's doing the best he could, but it's really out of his control because it's more you than him. How you allow in that situation to eat you up and ruin the trip if the trip is going to be ruined. So now, like I said, you a traveler. I know you go on a lot of girls trips. Like, you are the queen of trips. Like, if anybody follows this woman, she's the queen of trips. So there's so many different personalities. And I know there's been trips with all fellow ladies, and there's a mixture of guys and girls. And I know since you brought that question up, have you witnessed, not say you per se, but have there's been any particular drama that symbolized that question that you brought up?
No, I think I just got it from online.
Come on. I thought she had a whole story behind this. That's some bullshit.
Moving on. We're moving on.
Wait. Before we move on, I gotta ask Hillary something real quick, because I've been sitting here waiting to say this. I was trying not to lose it.
Does she listen, Hillary?
Is that's not her name?
What are you talking about?
Who's Hillary?
I don't know. I forgot her name. It says her name on my screen says Galaxy S10. I don't know.
Oh, that's Shelly.
Oh, Shelly. Okay. Man, I was gonna call her Galaxy S10. Oh, I mean, Hillary's a dope name too. Like, don't knock the Hillary.
But that's not her name, fam.
I know. It's Shelly. I'm just saying, Hillary's a nice name.
But shout out to Hillary, my nigga. Shout out to Hillary.
All the Hillarys.
So look. So Shelly, question. So your situation that you broke down before. So you said that you were messing with one of your friends. Y'all had sex. You invited him to your party, and you told your new dude that y'all had sex, and you like. I'm just trying to figure out. And you still invited that dude to your party?
So don't judge. But like,
no, I'm just trying to figure this out.
Him and I have been friends for like 10 years. And it got to a point in our relationship where we were like, all right, let's see where things go. we ended up just kind of like retracting and going back to our friendship. So it was kind of like I met the new dude and things were getting serious. So it was like, do I not invite my friend to my birthday party, my birthday dinner?
You don't.
It was a hard decision because I'm like, this guy had been in my life for 10 years. Old dude that I met, he'd only been in my life for about maybe 2 months. So I'm like, I'm inviting him as my dude, as the guy I didn't even get into a relationship with this yet. Do I just like diss the dude that I've been friends with for 10 years because we had sex? So I mean, it was a difficult decision because like,
how many? Okay, well, you say have sex. Do y'all have sex once, or was it like a multiple thing, like a bunch of times? and after you start messing with the dude you with, then you keep doing it after.
That's very important. That's very important.
That is important.
Yes.
we were kind of kicking it for like a couple months. Yeah.
Okay, so after you stopped messing with the dude that you were dating, did you continue having sex with him again?
After my ex and I broke up?
Yes.
No, we just kept it as friends.
Oh, because if you said yes to that, I was gonna go in, but go ahead.
Why did you feel like you had to tell the guy?
Huh?
Why did you feel like you had to tell the new guy that you've been dating for only
That's
2
what I'm saying. Sometimes I feel like I'm overly honest. And that's what my friend told me. Like, sometimes you got to keep certain things to yourself. But I did what I would want someone to do to me. Like, right. I wouldn't want old dude bringing some random girl around me. Oh, this is my friend Keisha, but he just smashed her 2 months ago. So I'm like, I would want to know the truth.
But I mean,
Keisha's definitely got smashed 2 months ago.
She got smashed. I would want to know the truth. So I'm like, I'll do the same thing that I would want done to me. I'll let him know, hey. But the whole time he was sizing dude up, and he was just like mad.
Yeah,
I feel like sometimes like when you share something that nobody like asks, like that he didn't ask you, the fact that you were sharing made him feel like maybe it was a big thing or it was very like emotional or special for you or whatever. Like,
I mean, it was, but I guess to your point, it wasn't his business, but it was emotional and special.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn.
But I guess because
that's a twist.
That was the key word. It was emotional, especially. So this dude, every time he see y'all together, it doesn't matter if it's some chill shit or not, because it was always gonna be emotional and special. He had that upper hand, and he had to fight extra hard for you to get out that trance, so he could have something emotional, especially with him.
But did he know that it was special and emotional?
Well, he knows that's her best friend, though.
Yeah. I mean, look,
best friends
we had a physical and an emotional connection. So I guess for guys, that's like, so why you not with him? But you know what I mean? But
no. You know what, Shelly? I understand that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I have a lot of best friends based on what we best friends about. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? So as I spread my arms out. So what I'm saying is that, like, I have best friends that been rocking with me since I've been in preschool. I got best friends like Carly's that we make money together. I got best friends that been through every trenches of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Male and female. So if I had a history with a woman and we had sex, you know what I'm saying, and it was special, was because because it's a connection that we have, because it's always going to be intimate and deep because we have that relationship and that passion. You know what I'm saying? I think it's hard to explain that to someone new that don't understand what we are going through. So I get what you're coming from, and it's okay to be honest, because that's your nature. That's how that guy, you attract that guy because he was up front. Like, I have a situation, like I was dating this girl and I had an event, you know what I'm saying? I went to a gathering and I invited all my homegirls. You know what I'm saying? Like 9 times out of 10, did I smash these girls? Yes, but it was
damn.
It wasn't like I smashed them all at the same time. We had it was fine. So but I'm saying that we had an understanding. It was all cool, and I let her. You know what I'm saying? It was to the point it was getting on my nerves because I was like, I gave her a heads up. She was like, you know, most girls, you know, like, yo, do I sleep with them? I'm like, well, does it really matter? Because I'm not sleeping with them now. But you know what? Fine. Just I give you comfort and give you a state of mind. Yes, I had sex with this person. So now every time we go out together, I introduce you to a female friend of mine. Yo, did you have sex with this person? That shit get annoying.
Nigga, that's a valid question. What are you talking about?
Right, but it's like,
to say you
I would rather you tell me and I know it, because if I find out, I'm gonna be pissed off.
But like she gonna say, hey, you know what, girl? You know I fucked that nigga, right? Like that's.
But
all my female friends that I fuck with would never be on some disrespectful shit. Again, I fuck with like-minded people that understands what it is. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm gonna fuck with a crazy spiteful chick, of course I'm not gonna invite a crazy spiteful chick to an event with a new girl that I'm dealing with. No. If I'm fucking with a chick, if I fuck with a chick that we didn't work out, but we still have that bond and that friendship as Shelly had with the dude that she fucked with, it's not gonna be any disrespect, no whatsoever. That person that I'm dealing with and the person that I'm friends with is gonna embrace her as a friend because she fucks with me and we all fuck with each other because we cool like that. So, but yeah, I'm not gonna be able to like, yo, yeah, I had sex with this girl. Yeah, I had sex with this girl too. Like, it's like
so you wouldn't give
annoying,
a heads
you know what I'm saying?
You wouldn't give a heads up?
I'm always gonna give a heads up because I know that type of person, but I don't want the person to get in their head to overanalyze something that's not nothing there. You know what I'm saying?
I think
asked that person 2 years ago to 6 months ago. It really don't if you need that information, that's one thing. But if you're gonna like really dissect it, then you digging in a hole for something that have nothing to do with.
I think the key is people need reassurance that whatever, if there was something that happened in the past, that's a dead deal. It's not something that's continuing. It's not like, all right, she's respectful to me in my face, but then she's on the phone or texting you new pictures. So we just want to know.
I don't want to text you nobody new pictures. That's a whole different. That's a whole demographic. I mean,
no, it's not.
It is a respect boundary.
Is it done?
I'm not saying that it cannot be happen. I get that, but I'm just saying there's a whole respect boundaries. If you fuck with someone new and you bring that new person to the circle, that people that you've been dealing with, and you're your friends, they're not gonna step those boundaries. It's just common courtesy and facts for me.
I mean, listen, all this honesty shit sound good, but I'm gonna tell you this much right now. If I'm fucking with somebody and there's something that they just don't need to know because I know it's never gonna come out and it's just not gonna be in concern, I'm not just gonna put it out there like, oh, well, by the way, this happened. Like I'm good on all that. Like, to me, it's like, if it's something that I know needs to be discussed, is pertinent at that moment, yeah, we gonna talk about that. But I ain't just letting you know I fucked this person, that person. Like, shit, fuck that. Why am I gonna do that?
So what if when you're honest, the person that you're currently dating is like, I don't want you hanging around with them. I don't want you communicating.
Now we gotta do it.
What do you do that?
Exactly.
That's a good question. I think that's a conversation that have to have multiple conversations. It's like, I need valid points. Why? You just can't say, I need you to stop hanging with that person because you asked a question. I told you, yes, we had a sexual past. Now I got to stop hanging with that other person. Like that, there's something behind that. Something that had nothing to do with me in this relationship. Because if you was in the situation before that and you are scared behind that, then we need to have a conversation about that. You know what I'm saying? Don't project your past or your bad experience on the new relationship because you've been through something bad or tragic. You know what I'm saying? If I'm being upfront, you ask me a question, I was direct with it, then fine. That's cool. I had sex with this person. But because you want me to take away my friendship or maybe put a pause or put it on ice, that's not fair to me or my friend because we done nothing wrong to you or in the relationship. The relationship should not be threatened behind that. Yes, Evan?
Well, it depends on the hangout.
Huh?
Yo,
like,
Ebony face just then though?
I know, that's why I say yes, Ebony. What you have to say?
She was like, the hangout.
I saw her face. I'm like, yes.
The scarf came off. Hold on.
Oh shit!
The scarf come off. Whoa.
Yeah.
I mean, yo, me personally, if that person didn't do nothing disrespectful to our relationship and you directly, don't tell me who I can and cannot talk to. I'm gonna talk to whoever the fuck I want. Unless if that person was disrespectful, that's valid. Yeah. But if you just feel some type of way because I had sex with you, you have to kick rocks. I'm not stop talking to anybody because you feel some type of way. I don't care.
I feel you on that one. That's why I said the conversation have to be deeper than what it is. It just can't be a demand or order. You can't order me to not be friends with somebody. My friend been here before you. And I would not even to order you or have you stop talking with someone. If I feel uncomfortable, then allow me to get to know the person that you fuck with. You know what I'm saying? Like
that's important.
It has to be a two-way street behind that. You know what I'm saying? It has to be some type of average.
So given that you're talking about like her history and something that may have happened to her, how do you guys deal with somebody who like is not trusting because of their past? like, do you help them to get past that, or like, just how do you deal with that? Like, she's constantly on you because of her
What do you
past.
mean not trusting though?
Like, say
in
she dated somebody else and he always cheated. So
Okay.
now she's with you and she's always accusing you and stuff like that because of her ex, but you haven't shown her anything to say like, oh, I'm cheating or you shouldn't trust me. Do you still stay with that person? Like, how do you help them? Or
me personally, we would have, first of all, we would have the initial conversation after she already accused me. And if she continued to accuse me because of her past with other guys, then it's not going to work out. Because I'm not going to sit there and keep getting questioned on stuff that I clearly told you this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So it's going to be hard to really continue to deal with that. That's going to get annoying after a while. You know?
Yeah, she's just not ready. She's just not ready to date. You know what I mean?
Right.
She even need a fuck buddy and a psychologist. That's all she needs.
Yeah, I think it's the responsibility of us as females, whether it's cheating or bad relationships in general, to kind of like iron out our shit before getting into new relationships. But at the same time, being honest, since that's the theme, I think like while we're doing the work, men can be receptive to that and a little bit of empathy, like show empathy and understand like, no, I'm not going to accuse you of cheating, but if my guards are up, they're up for a reason. And don't just like label me crazy and shit.
Yeah. Whenever you go into a new relationship, you go into it new. That person has a clean slate. Don't come into a relationship with me on some old baggage, talking about my guard. What's your guard up for? What I do? If I didn't do something to give you a reason to put your guard up, I don't want to hear about your wall being up because of the last nigga. That's not me. Then why you fucking with me? That's how I see it.
Facts.
Okay. That's true.
There's a difference between I don't trust you and trust issues and guards being up. Guards being up prior to this experience or, you know, some negative things that might have happened in the past, I was probably a little bit more eager to just jump head first. Now I'm a little bit more reserved and I need to know that you are who you say you are. And I don't think it's anything wrong with a woman asking for a little bit of time to be sure you are who you say you are.
So then get to know the person before you throw titles.
Yeah, like if you're talking about getting to know me prior to, that's different. That's dating. Like, of course, that's understandable.
Right.
But I'm thinking we talking about we're in a relationship now and you still holding things from your past on this relationship. You know what I mean? Like that, I don't want to hear. But if we're dating, of course I understand it.
No, I think that's wrong to just randomly think all guys are bad. I think that's someone that needs to work through their shit.
Exactly.
But men do it too, though.
Oh yeah.
Do what?
Hey, we some fucked up individuals. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not, you know, not me, but there's some fucked up individuals.
Yeah, a girl breaks, not all guys, but a girl will break a guy's heart, and then all of a sudden now he's like, I'm not committed. I'm gonna be a player. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this and this for you because I did it for her. She screwed me over. Like guys do it too.
I totally get it. I think we all been heartbroken. I mean, all men. I mean, we all been heartbroken. I think men don't know how to handle it being heartbroken.
Yeah.
I think you ladies know how to handle it differently, and y'all got a better support group.
Let's not just jump the gun just yet.
No, I'm just. But what I'm trying to say is that men do not know how to like be consoled by another man. Like not no homo shit, but I'm just saying like yo fellas, I got heartbroken. I need y'all. Y'all guys be like, yo, my dude, get over it. We need to go to the strip club. Like, no, I don't need that. You know what I'm saying? With you girls, you got a better support group. Y'all get together and watch some goddamn man passion movies and laugh. Y'all eat some ice cream.
Oh, so they're gonna watch a Tyler Perry movie? Okay.
Shout out to Tyler Perry. But no, I mean it's just different how being supported in one way. But I mean, we could talk about this under the sun. I think we need to move on because it's just that.
Yeah, this could go into a rabbit hole for real.
So let me ask you this. Let me ask everybody this real quick. Flirting. You know what I'm saying? Flirting is the key to everything. And it could work your favor regards of, you know what I'm saying, like beating a speeding ticket, getting what you want in life, or just trying to build your career but being professional about it. Now, since this particular person, since Ebony is on this panel, she and I had a conversation about flirting. what I do, like I said, I have a side business. I do, you know what I'm saying? I represent network marketing besides my regular 9 to 5. I use all my tools. I use my good looks, I use my lifestyle, I use my voice, and I use my intelligence. And sometimes I know how to sway a woman to listen to me and hear what I have to say. And you know, and sometimes that particular person may, you know, want to step their boundaries because they in a mode of flirting. And I feed into it, but I don't like literally feed into it. And she and I, do you remember this conversation, Ab? You do? Okay, cool. So, so you know, it was a fine line. Like, what do you know? When is it to step your boundaries? When does he know is you could press pause on a flirting? And I think flirting is all. It depends how you want to use it. You know your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, men know how to flirt the way to get what they want, just like a woman know how to flirt to get what they want, because it's just common. It's just knowing who you are and who the audience that you're trying to entertain, and you know what that person want from you. So let me ask you this: anybody been through anything to the point that you was able to flirt to get what you want and continue to maintain the situation? I know Dave is a flirt. Dave tell us it is, but he know how to. So I'm gonna start this question with this guy right here because
First of all, that was funny because Dave was like this.
I know he was like, I can't
That's
wait for
me.
y'all niggas tell me to ask me this
He
question.
trying to get-
You know what I feel like. I think it all kind of depends to me personally, because I flirt all the time, but sometimes I do it. I don't even realize I'm doing it. It's just this,
Yeah.
in my nature to be like that.
Facts.
But I kind of depends on. I feel like if you're okay. So to me, it's like this. Let me get. So if you're flirting with somebody who you know is really feeling you and you take advantage of them, that's fucked up to me. Like, if I know a female is into me and I'm trying to flirt with her because I know that she likes me, I can get something specific out of her. To me, that's fucked up because you shouldn't do that to somebody. That's kind of a form of manipulation. That I'm not cool with. But just like if you end up regularly flirting and you end up getting something free out of it, but you weren't trying to do it, then I'm cool with that because you wasn't doing it on purpose. But if you're doing it on purpose and you know that that person likes you, then that's just taking advantage. And that I'm not cool with. That I won't do.
Shelly,
You saw me, right?
I saw your face.
No. I've been accused of flirting in mostly every situation I've ever been in with a
I would be
male.
accused of a lot of shit. I'm just saying. Just me.
I'm gonna be honest, I am a natural flirt, but I feel like for me, I don't necessarily mean anything by it. Like, I like the energy we exchange between men and women. And it doesn't necessarily mean I'm a comedian, I'm a teacher, I've worked in business. So when I talk to males, especially a male that I'm attracted to, the energy is just gonna naturally be different than if I'm talking to a guy that I'm not attracted to. And a lot of guys take these little subtle cues because it's like the hand on the shoulder, the laugh, ha ha ha, you know, and they run with it and they're like, I can smash. And I'm like, no, you cannot.
We take every in that we can.
Too much into it sometimes.
All right, so no, I mean, you are a people person. I'm sure there's been many occasions that men in general took it the wrong way because you're so you so your energy is so crazy, and I'm sure like you're a beautiful woman, and I'm sure like, you know, someone may take it out of content, but you know when to flirt because you know how to do it. So give me your experience. How do you manipulate or how do you work your flirting?
I don't know if I definitely feel like I flirted to get things. Like, I've gotten out of tickets, especially here in Atlanta. There's a lot of young black cops. When I get pulled over, I just hope it's one of them. But at the end of the day, I tell people straight up, if they're asking to hang out, I'm like, why do you want to hang out with me? Like, what's your purpose? You know, especially if it's somebody that I don't like. I think that that's important. You know, if you're like, oh, let's go to dinner, I'm like, why do you want to take me to dinner? Like, what's your purpose? You just want to hang out as friends? Because I'm not in the business of wasting your time at the end of the day, and I don't want to waste my time. So I'll tell you straight up that I'm not feeling you like that. We're great friends. Or sometimes I'll lie and say, you know, I'm not ready for something serious because I don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. But I wouldn't say I just flirt for nothing though. If I'm flirting with you, it's because I'm attracted to you, or yeah, mostly just that, or you're a complete stranger at the end of the day.
Okay. I got you. Ebony.
Please listen, there's nothing wrong with flirting as long as you're not hurting anybody's feelings. What you missed was flirting when you're actually like either dating someone or in a relationship. Like, what is going too far with flirting? Like, oh, you want to flirt with if you're doing business, or if you're trying to, compliment someone in order to get something. When is it too far or too much when you have someone else to think about as far as their feelings and what's appropriate?
Yeah, we definitely did, and I did miss that, of course. I'm glad you put that up. I was waiting for you to put that ad anyway, so.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I could just try to dump it all on you, like.
Right.
So the add to that, because we did discuss that in the overall situation. So if you was in a relationship or you dating someone, and again, the person, what they do for a living, or how, again, like Dave said earlier, like it's just human nature. I'm a flirt. It's my human nature, but I understand the boundaries of it. And I guess it's all about if you want to close a deal, and you have to put the extra charm into something because that person liked that build up. And like I said, it don't necessarily have to go anywhere because you have the control of the situation. Everybody if you're the flirter, you have control of the narrative of how far you want to flirt. If the person receive it and decide to get back and refer just as hard as your levels, if you say this X, Y, and Z, they receive it. If they catch it, they're gonna put the same energy right back to you. So it depends on the energy how you do it. As Ebony and I was talking about it, I was like, well, it's not necessarily because I'm flirting in a business aspect. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to paint a picture to you that yes, I have a great voice. I'm attractive looking. But if you want to be a part of my team, you get to be around this. Not only me, but other good-looking guys or good-looking people all the time. You know what I'm saying?
Well, have you ever been in a situation where she didn't give you that same energy, but she went above and beyond and maybe hit you with the when can we link up, or
yeah, I have
really inappropriate.
It was like, all right, like, like I'm not here for that. Like, I'm, what I'm saying, I appreciate it. I thank you.
So will you say you're not here for it before you close the deal? Before you get what you want?
If it's not worth it, because if I have to deal with that on a regular basis, it's just not. It's money to be made. I'm not gonna make money.
Wayne, you're losing.
I'm not losing. What I'm saying is that I'm not gonna entertain it because it's not worth it. That's what I'm saying.
Find a segue. Abort mission. You're losing. I'm just sitting here like, I'm just gonna let him keep going. I don't want none of this.
Whatever, man. I'm just saying it's an interesting topic because, like I said, the power of flirting could get you in trouble, and it also could benefit you. Depends on your situation. What I'm saying is that people use their power of flirting in the workforce. People use all the state of emergency, or just because you're in a club. Everybody flirt in the club because it's fair game if you're single or you're not dating anybody. If you're in there having fun, you know what I'm saying, you're socializing, you're going to be charming. You're going to be, you want to be irresistible. That's just human nature. That's what it's all about. But what I'm saying, in a professional manner, I think you should definitely flirt, but it should be standards, and it should definitely be some type of limitation behind it. That's what I'm saying.
Well, why do you have to definitely flirt? Like, why is it mandatory?
It's not about flirt. If the person flirt with you, it's because they're attractive of what you're presenting. So it's not about I'm flirting with hey girl, your smile is beautiful. You should definitely rock with me. It's never presented that way. But some people just, when you have conversation, you get to know that person. They tend to throw situations, and then that's when you have to navigate it the way you need to navigate it. Again, you're supposed to be responsible of the narratives of how this conversation goes. But what I'm saying is that it doesn't have to end up getting in trouble, because if the person that you're rocking with, or you just as a business person, you're never going to miss business with pleasure. So you know to put the fucking pause on that. That's all I'm saying.
But you started it.
I didn't start it. I never started it. All I'm saying is if I shoot my shot on a professional level and they like what they see and they flirt back, I'm going to receive it as a compliment, but I'm also going to maintain the directive of the conversation, which is business. That's all I'm saying.
So you're saying it's the intentionality behind the flirt.
It's always the intentionality, but what I'm saying is your responsibility of how you gonna play it out. If a man gonna play it out and he's gonna be sneaky about it and want to flirt back and it have nothing to do with business, then he's a creep. But what I'm saying is if he's trying to be professional and he's still not trying to not let that person or not like what's the word, like diss that person, but still trying to get business, is the same deal. The same thing with, you know, it's just common, and not say it's common courtesy, but it's just common all the time. So it's just how you handle it differently. Some people know how to handle it differently. And Shelly, we lost Shelly. Oh no, we lost Shelly.
Now we can call her Hillary, because she.
Now we can call her Hillary.
Phone died, I think.
But nah, but like, bro, that's what I wanted to ask, because it was an interesting situation, and you all put your input on it. But I mean, I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm gonna close this show on flirt.
Yeah. Let's wrap
this up. We're gonna wrap this up.
I just want to personally say I'm so glad you got yourself out of that situation you were just in. It was not looking good for you on this side, bro. Like, you was losing. Like,
yo, Dave sound like a commentator on a sports game. It's not looking good for Wayne. He's heading strike again.
You see me and Devon sitting here saying nothing, right?
Yeah, exactly. You see that, right? I was just like,
it's serious. It's not that serious. But yo, I just want to say thank you to everybody that got rocked out with us.
Yes.
You know, we do what we do. Devon, you got any last words? And that's all.
Last words. I appreciate everybody. Thank y'all for coming on. I appreciate Dave, all 3 of your hats that you threw on. Yes, I peeped that. Switching up. But yo, y'all enjoy the rest of y'all quarantine night. And yeah, that's it, man. We out of here.
Thanks, guys.
That one. It's a wrap.
Yeah. Peace.
Never expected I would turn out this way. Passed around disregarded, told me get out the way. Ironic, I paid the dues, they had a price to pay. Now you're all eating crow like you controlling my outcome, when I never doubted my own abilities. Thought I'd make it being like you, it wasn't real to me. Told me that my image ain't cool, nobody's feeling me. There's always an exception to rules, that's my soliloquy. Never was the first pick, but I made the first pitch. Everybody told me no, too much of a nerd, quit. Put my own money down, never let a broken person next to me or allow them to determine my own destiny. I just tell them I'm a king so they won't forget it. They say whatever, I just smile, they don't know no better. This is really for the hustlers and for all the skeptics. No, this hook is for the record, here's my message for the record. I knew I would have